Welcome to the Pool Nation podcast, where it's all pool talk. And we ain't talking about netting and jetting or splashing and dashing. We're talking about becoming a nation of pool pros. We talk about the latest products, trends, and training in the pool industry. Now let's welcome your host, with over a decade of industry insider experience and still the reigning champion of Marco Polo, Edgar De Jesus, and his co-host, John J.J. Flawless, the fastest netter in the West, and Zach the Pool Boy Nicholas.
Welcome, everyone, to the Pool Nation Live podcast. I'm your host, Edgar De Jesus, and yes, I am the reigning champion of Marco Polo, along with Mr. John J.J. Flawless, the fastest netter in the West, and the famous Zach, the pool man, the pool boy Nicholas. He's out trying to man it out by going hunting into the woods, doing the man thing.
We hope.
Mr. Zach Nicholas. Today, we're talking about the nominees for the 2024 Pool Nation Awards. We're really excited about that. Going to do a deep dive into that. But before we do that, I want to thank all of our visionary. I can't speak today, Zach. John?
Yep. No, you can't. No, you can't. That's okay. We want to thank all our visionary partners.
Yeah. Can you take it from there? Because obviously, I'm kind of not in the mood of doing this today. So anyways, but before we get started, I want to thank our visionary partners for this podcast. The Ultimate Pool Tools, the SPPA, Blu-ray XL, Aquastar Pool Products, Natural Chemistry, Raypack, Heritage Pool Supply, and Hayward Pool Products. Thank you for your continued support. Mr. John, let's give an update on Zach, because we're just kind of a little bit worried about it.
Well, I don't know. I'm starting to second guess our friendship because usually, Zach is very dependable, right? And when we set something up, he's there, he does it. He's very thorough. He's very analytical. We've talked about this a million times. But today, we got on to do our prep for the podcast, kind of get on, do our thing. And then we kind of nonchalant went like, where's Zach at? Where's he at? And then we vaguely remembered that he's going hunting, but we're not sure if he's going hunting today in the morning or at night. We sent him a couple messages. He's not responding. Instead of getting concerned, we're just rolling with it and doing the podcast. So we hope you're hunting, brother, and we don't have to send out an alert or what is it called, APB or whatever, to
kind of put him as a missing person.
Yeah, missing person out there. But we're hoping Zach is in the woods in his comfort zone. Shirtless, hunting for whatever he hunts for.
We should have him do a wellness thing. Maybe his wife took him out because he's spending so much time with us.
Maybe.
Poor Zach. So, anyways, how you doing, John?
I'm doing okay. I think I'm doing okay.
You think?
Today's day 31, so I'm officially over a month quitting smoking. It is getting easier, but I'm not getting the urges quite as often, but when I do get them, they overcome me with oh my God. But they're much more fewer and far between than they were before, a little more intense, but I'm getting through it. My newest issue now is because I stopped smoking, and we had a little family meeting, and I have our big, huge whiteboard. It's like a 4 foot by 3 foot, 5 foot by 3 foot whiteboard. Uh-huh. And we write down goals and, for the business and all the stuff we talk about, things that we want to accomplish and do. And, first thing anybody always tells me is, hey, look, why do you put it on a board? Just put it on your phone or put it here or put it on the calendar. And I go, well, maybe I'm just old school or the way it is. But if I have it on my phone, I forget about it. It's not visible. I don't just sit and stare at it. So if I have it right there in my face every time I'm walking in the house, and you can see it, it's literally on a big, huge rolling whiteboard. And on one side is all family goals, right? With every child on there. And then saying, hey guys, some of you are 21, my boy's 18, my other son's 16, and my youngest is 14. I go, you guys are way too comfortable in life right now. I go, I know I know it's pretty chill living here, right? At the Flawless Casa, right? You know,
At the castle.
yeah, you know what I mean? It's chill, but it ain't going to be like this. I go, I made you guys, and the reason why I had 4 is because I need one of you to be able to at least take care of us when we get older. And living with mommy and daddy until you're 50 years old or 35 years old isn't going to fly with me. So I appreciate, and you know, my son, it's his first year out of high school, so he's kind of going through the whole, you know, adulthood, so-called adulthood, freedom, not having to go to school for the first time. But I'm like, he has a job and he's worked at Ralph's for over a year now, or it's going to be a year in a month. But I'm like, dude, where do you see yourself? What are you doing? You know, what's the plan? Short term, long term. So we sat there and we came up with goals with every child. And we talked about it. What do you want to do? Learning a new language, getting a new job, you know what I mean? Whatever it may be, you're going to sit there and we're going to write those down. And that's what we did on one side, you know, and on the other side is obviously it's our business goals and our short term and our long term. And we did a little bit of shifting, and I'll probably get into that a little bit later. But one of our goals was, hey, since I stopped smoking, one thing I'm doing a lot more of, which is hard to imagine, is snacking, right? Because I want to imagine me eating more than I already eat, right?
No.
So I'm like, you know what? I go, I need to start working out again. I'm not new to working out. I used to do it a lot when I was younger. And I'm like, well, I could do it. You know, I mean, let's get back into it and whatever. And Janie and we made a goal and we said, we're going to start doing it. And this was, I think on Monday, we start, and I did upper body and I did my arms specifically. Right. And I did them to failure, right? Like to absolute failure, like shaking where
first time after.
First time went straight art into it. Right. And went to failure where I just couldn't even lift my arms anymore when I was done, because that's how that's how you grow muscle and get in shape. And first day I was fine. And then I was a little exhausted. And then obviously the second day, I swear to God, I'm like dying. And for the last like 4 days now, since Monday, I can't even move my arms. And I feel like a T-Rex.
You got T-Rex arms.
I'm like, so I'm in a lot of pain right now. I am in a lot of pain right now. And that's where I'm at right now on my journey. But that's awesome. I'm doing okay.
Yeah. You know, when we started working out with this whole thing with Zach a couple months ago, I went to the gym, and I'm sure the people that saw me was like, what is this dude doing? Right. I was doing chest with like 30 pounders, you know,
right.
And you're probably looking at me like, what's wrong with this guy? But it was like literally like a week and a half, 2 weeks before I started. Cause you know how it is.
Yeah. You got to ease into it.
And you get that pump. Like when you haven't worked out in a long time and you go work out, you get that pump. Right. And then you go even harder. But then, man, couple days later, you're like, oh my God. So,
yeah. And Mama can't walk right now. Dude, we're like, and what sucks is trying to help. I can't help her out of bed. I can't help her off the couch because my arms are hurting. You know,
she's going to have to put her hands around your neck, right? Because you can walk, you can't pick her up, and then you'll have to walk, and she'll just have to hang on for dear life.
Dude, the amount of like grunting and like yelling and screaming and moaning that's going on in our house right now, it's comical.
Oh my God, that's funny.
And I feel like I definitely feel much older than age is like slapped me in the face because.
Wow, the recoup time is what it is. Yeah. When you get older, you don't recoup in 2 days anymore.
Yeah, no, dude.
You know, so, yeah.
We'll see what happens. So, anyways, other than that, I'm on a positive path, and it's painful, and anything worth anything hurts and is tough. So I'm going to stick it through and see how it goes. So,
hey, Jeanette is saying, I know it sounds weird, but chewing on whole cloves will help with cutting back on snacks.
Okay.
So why don't you try that and let us know how that goes by next Wednesday on the Instagram Live.
Okay, I will.
All right, perfect. So anyways, hey everybody, welcome to the Pool Nation live podcast. We're excited to be back on. We had a great Wednesday with the nominations, and Zach came up and we had about 40 people there. Tell me your thoughts, John, because we really kind of haven't had a chance to touch base. It's been so crazy. It was like we had the Women's Summit and then, full force over to the nomination nights and getting everything ready. And we'll talk about the number of nominees that we had this year and the good challenges that's brought, right? Because I think that's a good thing. But
I mean, I loved it. I enjoyed it. And, I guess it's become a custom now that every nomination event, I'm not there. Right. And, not because I don't want to be there, but we have to pick and choose some of the things we do in the events. Right. Because there's a lot of travel time, especially going back and forth, and we're constantly doing things. So this is the one event where I get to be a spectator and watch it from the other side. And I kind of enjoy it. Because you get to see it from a completely different perspective, right? Where you're usually, when you're the one up there doing it and talking and presenting or, putting on the show, you don't necessarily get to see and appreciate, what the show that's being put on, right? And then the good things and some of the opportunities, right? And things that I think we can do better or that we can improve on, or, or what if we tried this or that or whatever it may be. But this year, right, what I'm pleased to see is the progression, and just like everything we've done, and it's very uplifting for us. I know, because we continue to do these things. There's a meaning to it. There's nothing that we do is for nothing, right? Just because, our time is very valuable. We have families, right? This is, the events that we put on. I hope everybody sees that we put our blood, sweat, and tears and our heart into everything that we do. And the nomination event is no different. And to see it grow from the first year, and then moving forward all the way now till now, it was pretty awesome, especially what I really enjoyed was the amount of engagement, right? Let's be honest. The first year when we were talking to people about, hey, we want to do this nomination event, stuff like that, everybody was looking, I was like, what, are you guys weird? What's wrong with you? Right. And it was like trying to pull teeth to get people to come, right. And get them to understand what we're trying to do, because they've never experienced anything like that. And neither have we. We just had a concept and a vision, right? This is what we want to do. And we don't know if it's going to work, right? But this would be pretty neat. And in order to like round off, or in order to complete the awards, we need to have this event, right? So we're and lift up the people that are being nominated, because I think, and this year was just mind blowing, and I'm sure we're going to talk about it. Just the amount of nominees we got this year, right? We had so many, the turnout, right? Where, it was like, it's impossible to put everybody. You just can't do it. Right. And just to see, and for us, and we said it from the very beginning, and the reason why we take this event so seriously, the nomination event, is I think it's an honor just to be nominated, right? You're a winner already. And to think that one of your peers or somebody out there believes enough in you, and enough of them also feel the same. And it's not necessarily always just one person, because we get multiple people that will nominate the same person, and that obviously plays a factor. It's just encouraging, right? And it just feels really good to see that, and to see the level of engagement move up from the pool pros in the industry, and also too from the presenters and everybody that took the time out of their day to get away from their family or their business to come out there and actually present the nominees, and for us to put it out there, on social media, or put it out there for everybody to see, because not everybody gets to be there at the event. And we want to celebrate them, and we want to recognize them for being nominated. And it was just awesome. And then to see everybody, the list of eyes and viewers that we had on there. I mean, we were streaming on every social media platform, but it was good to watch that, on Instagram. We had like 80, 90 people at one time. I think we had like over 100. And it was cool to see people there supporting each other, and the positive remarks in the chat, and people just being positive, and you guys did an amazing job as always. And I think our presenters did really well, very, very well. And a lot of them, instead of just going up there and saying, oh, this is da 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 da, they took the time to talk about things and, who they were and how they felt the awards or us as Pool Nation has impacted them. To me, as uncomfortable as it is, that type of stuff is our fuel, right? That's what makes us do what we're doing. We do this for the pool pros and for the industry because we want to better it. And to hear it just felt really good. So I thought you guys knocked it out the park. I wish I was there, but I'm glad I wasn't. And I want to go to next year's, but I won't because I want to continue doing the same role. But yeah, I think it was great. And big thanks out to Heritage, of course, for opening up their doors again and helping us or giving us the venue in order for us to do it. I thought it was really nice, especially to see all these people that are supposedly, competition and stuff like that go up together and celebrate these people. What did you think on your side?
It was great. It was a great event. And normally we only do about 30 people, right? We only have about 20 categories that we announce there. So we don't want to have 100 people and just not people be able to.
Time out. I just got word. Zach is okay. He's in Idaho. He just landed.
Oh, Mr. Zacharias.
All right. He's in Idaho.
Okay.
Our boy's good.
Good. All right. He sent us an SOS. We appreciate that, Zach. So, yeah. So, and this year, I think we had like 42 people there. We kind of kept having people that wanted to attend. And the beautiful thing is, I mean, we had people that came from Georgia, from California. We had people flying in from all different types, from Seattle to attend the event and stuff like that. And so it was great. It was great to kind of get everybody into the room and kind of seeing how this event has grown as well, right? Because I think when I talked about it there, I think the first year we had 50, 60 nominations, whatever it was. We were really only expecting, 70 people. We had 120. And Zach is on the chat over here going, you forgot? Zach, we thought you were leaving in the afternoon. We just kind of thought you were leaving later today. So we were kind of throwing the SOS. John had called the local police department because we were going to do a welfare check for you. So we were a little bit worried. So we apologize, brother. So it was great to see, all the people come together. What was very neat was to see how much support we had from the pool pros, and you had Josh with his partner there from Panther City Creeks. You had Chad Jimerson, you had George, you've got 3 or 4 people from Pooley showed up. Jay, Breakfield. Brandon, you had Jeanette show up. There was a lot of actual pool pros that showed up and that were there in attendance to support us, right? And that's what's huge to us. And it was kind of neat to see that. The other thing that I want to talk about really quick is, because I've had the people ask me, hey, it's great to be nominated, right? But what's the significance of it? And I talked about it, and I really kind of wanted to make a point of how important nominations are. And John, we've talked about it, and man, boy, starting your business as a pool pro is a very, very, very lonely journey.
Scary.
Right.
Yep.
And it's scary. And so here's a couple things that you're doing. As a person, you're taking a leap of faith of leaving a job that gives you a paycheck to go start a business. And when you start as a pool pro, it's not that you have a 7-Eleven or a Starbucks or a donut shop, that you have employees that are walking in to work with you every single day, right? And I think as humans, we feed off of interactions with other people. And so it becomes a little bit easier to kind of go through that journey, knowing that you have other people there. You're having a bad day, John, and the people will, kind of be a light in your path to be able to kind of get you out of that and kind of get going and stuff like that. But for a pool pro, you don't have that. It feels like you start the business, you have to learn everything. There's no safety net, right? So you have to have the grit, you have to have the, to take that journey by yourself. So when you're out there servicing pools and you're growing your business, man, you got nobody. You can't talk to anybody, a lot of brain time, John, thinking about things and, all that kind of stuff. So, one of the messages that I really wanted to deliver is really how important it is to nominate pool pros, right? And these awards are really for the pool pros. And that's kind of why I went down the road that, it's really not just a recognition. It's really a chance to celebrate their passion and the hard work that drives them and drives our industry, right? And we talked about it. It didn't matter if it was a colleague or a company or a product or whatever it is. You're really kind of spotlighting that person, right? You're inspiring them. You're uplifting them, right? And when you nominate somebody, you're telling them that their dedication matters, but more importantly, and I talked about it, is that you're telling them that they matter, right? Especially for somebody that's by themselves, out hustling without a lot of the support. And you know how it is, John. A lot of times you're out there and you're like, man, is this going to work? Is this not going to work? Things get tight. We all know how businesses is at the beginning. You don't make tons of money. You start to question the decisions that you make. And when you take the moment and you take the time to be able to go out there and nominate somebody, right? That means that somebody has seen you and has said, man, this person is amazing. This person is setting a standard in this industry and I need to nominate them. And that could probably be one of the most important things that you do to somebody, because you don't know kind of what their struggle is, right? You're really shining a light on their, on their excellence, on their, pursuit to improvement, the impact on them. It's a huge thing.
I think that last word right there, when you said impact, it really is the determining factor for the most part, because, there are we have tons of nominees, right? And we could only select so many. There are hundreds, thousands of pool pros out there that are amazing, I'm sure, that are worthy of or could be considered, for this award. And for one or whatever reason, if they're not nominated, could be because we don't have the outreach, or they don't know about us, or they might not be into social media or whatever it may be. But for the most part, what I think the biggest, I don't know, the coolest part about it, and what you were saying, is that someone took the time to nominate someone else for what they've done, and more importantly, for the impact they've had on the industry, but probably on that person that nominated them, right? You can be amazing at your job, and you can be the best businessman or the coolest pool dude or the coolest pool girl, but and you're doing your part in contributing because you're being a professional inspiration, or you're doing things right, or whatever it may be. But how else have you contributed to the industry, right? The ultimate sacrifice is not only taking care of yourself, or taking the time to reach out and help others, right, succeed, or help others be better. And obviously, each and every person that's been nominated has done that, reached out to someone and impacted their lives, and made it a little bit better, or inspired them to be better at what they do. And that's why they took the time to sit there and make the nomination for them. So I look at it that way. And I think that is like the biggest compliment that one could take, is say, hey, look, yeah, this person's a rock star, this person's badass, but not only is he or she great at it, but they take the time to inspire, or to motivate, or impact others so much that they go and nominate them, or want them to be recognized for it. So it's pretty cool. Yeah.
And then the other thing, John, is, our nomination period is difficult, because we do the awards in November. So nominations are open in July. Right. And we talk about it all the time. That July to August, right, is the most difficult time for pool pros, because that's when you're making your money, the long hours, the pools are being beat, so there's a lot of factors, and we talk about it all the time, right? That it's probably not the best time to have nominations open, but it's the only window we have in order to be able to get it to go for November, right? Because we have the nominations, then we have the voting, then we have the actual event. So not only is somebody nominating you, but they're nominating you probably in the most difficult time, in the busiest of times in running their business. So that's kind of how much you have an impact. And let's be realistic, right? to be recognized and to have somebody nominate you, it's just this amazing feeling to know,
Yeah, it's awesome.
I've made that impact.
Yeah. And again, and that's why we say, why the nomination events, why we make such a big deal about it, and we want to separate it, is because we want to celebrate each and every one of those nominees, because we know that, it's impressive, right?
Yeah.
And everybody's, I mean, you were definitely contributing to this industry in a positive way, at least for somebody, right, sees that or views that. So we want to celebrate that and put on this event. And again, going back to,
and that's our ultimate goal as Pool Nation, right?
For sure.
We want to better the industry. We want to put a spotlight on it, and the events that we do, we want them to have that positive impact.
Well, for sure. I mean, we from the inception of what we, our conversation when we started this thing was, we believe that the service side of the industry is very underserved as far as, recognition and as far as importance. And I wholeheartedly think that, not one is, and I've spoken and said this a million times, and I'll say it again, is that I don't think one portion of the industry or one segment of the industry is more important than the other, but I truly believe we are at least all equal. And the service side of it has never been treated that way. The service side has always been the redheaded stepchild, right? For a lack of better term, and I think it's because there's so many, right? And where you have 100 guys and gals that might take care of 30 to 40 pools in the eyes of manufacturers, vendors, distributors, or whatever it may be, or reps. One guy here isn't as important as this one builder that, does 50 times more in revenue a year, where we want to shift that mentality. And say, hey, look, we are all equally as important. And I think we've made some positive changes as an industry as a whole. And that's coming from everybody. And you can see it from all the different podcasts, right, that are out there, and the events and the vendors that are kind of, I think, are starting to see and appreciate that, hey, look, the service side of it is truly the heartbeat of the industry, right? And we need to recognize, and the lack of recognition and acknowledgement of that, doesn't leave doesn't really inspire people getting into the industry, or the people that are currently in the industry, to do better or do more. And to be able to have that, I think is creates a positive shift towards what we're trying to accomplish. So for
Absolutely.
Sure.
Yeah. So anyway, so really excited about it. Excited about the nominations. I did get a lot of messages, John, from people that had nominated, and we talked about it, and we got, I think the first year was 50, 54, 64, whatever it was. It was low, right? I think it was, I don't know, 3 or 4 per category, something like that. I think we had 3 pool guys of the year, something like that, for the first year. And this year we had over 225, over 223, 225 nominations that came in. And so it kind of put us in a spot, right? And originally we talked about only having 8, per category, right? Because it's a lot. And we moved it up to 12 because there was just so many amazing people that were nominated, that it's great to see. It's great to see that you have all these people going, this person is deserving, we want this person, we want that person. So, unfortunately, not everybody could be nominated, because, like John says, imagine us reading, 36, names at the top of the list. But congratulations to everybody that was nominated. It should be a huge chip on your shoulder.
Yeah, no, it's for sure. And every year we try to adjust and do better and come up with ways to increase this turnout. And I think just over time, next year again is, we're at 200 and some plus. We're going to be at probably 500 next year, hopefully 1,000, right? When it comes down to it, because that's the type of engagement that we want. And that's the type of engagement I think the industry deserves. So Again, and what was really neat this year too was just seeing so many multiples. Like also two people are going in there and nominating the same person, multiple, not one person, but having different people nominate one person, right, multiple times, right? Which again goes to show, in my mind, we're looking at it like, wow, not only have they impacted this person, but this person, this person, and this person.
Yeah.
And it just creates a whole new dynamic to everything that we do. So I'm just, again, in short, the nomination event was really neat. I loved I love how we do it, and each and every person that took the time to show up there and say the names or to we thank you very, very much for doing that. It's it might not seem important at first, especially when we first started it, but it means the world, to the people that are being nominated, and rightfully so, because their peers and the people that they look up to, or veterans that have been in the industry, are up there, saying their name and recognizing them. So pretty neat.
Yep,
for sure.
Absolutely. And then we've already started talking about next year. We got some great stuff coming for the award. That's our toxic trait, John, is that we're in the middle of one thing and we're already thinking about it for the next year.
That's your toxic trait. No, just kidding.
No, my toxic trait is that I am in the middle of one event and I start thinking about the other one. You guys are always like, okay, for next year, let's do it. And I'm like, I complain, let me get through this. Let us get through this event. And then at the event, you guys are like, Edgar, knock it off. Focus on, enjoy this one.
Yeah. Well, I know. While we were doing the live, right, where we were doing the nomination, I'm sitting there sending stuff. We got to do this. We got to do that. And like, dude, it's like, it's really, okay, John, you're sitting on the couch, right, chilling. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Well, it's that easy, right? Yeah.
But let me tell you what I love about our community, right? And we've talked about it always from day one, right? Like, we're not perfect. There's a whole bunch of things that we botch up, right? And so, and I'll tell you what makes it great. So I was doing kind of the closing for the nominations, and I get so excited, right, that I grab the mic from Zach, and I'm standing all the way over to the right. And you have Chad Jimerson, which is just absolutely amazing.
I love Chad.
And he's watching out for me. And I look at the crowd and he's going,
because I was
I was out of frame.
You were out of frame.
And he's telling me, get back in, get back in, get back in. And I had to give him a shout out because, just the fact that our community cares and was like, because anybody else would have just been like, well, whatever. Like, I haven't noticed. Right. And then the other thing is we finished, and Michael, which was doing our video stuff this year, and we did something different this year, which we talked about last year. And this year we had 2 cameras, right? So that the podium wouldn't be empty by itself, which again was feedback from Pool Pros that said, hey, only the one thing, let me know, you're watching the stream, and when the people switch, the podium is empty. So if somebody jumps on the live at that moment, all they're going to see is an empty podium. So we set up 2 cameras. And then Michael comes at the end of it and he goes, man, this was great. It was really fun. Next year, we have to have a 3rd camera. And this is why, because, if you guys are on the left side of the room, kind of coming in or doing anything, we have to be able to transition to that camera. But what I'm trying to get at, John, is that it's our community that's coming to us and going, we want to make it better. Here's the feedback. Here's what you want to do.
Yeah, I love it. I mean, I giggle and chuckle sometimes because I get a lot of messages and phone calls, or I talk to people and meet them in person, and, or they'll say something, and we're always open for any, nobody is perfect, right? And we're growing and learning every single day. And I think we're doing a pretty good job at it because, we got our heart and soul into it, and we truly want to do better. And it's not, nobody's trying to waste anybody's time. But sometimes I hear comments or I hear stuff and I'm like, we're just pool guys, right? You know what I mean? We're not this big old media friggin', what I mean? Like, I get it, but it's like, okay. And, we're trying to shift, our the way I think and stuff like that. And I just, you can see the smile on my face. I just love the journey and seeing how far we've come and we've grown, when it comes down to learning about a whole different part of the business, or a whole different part, or a whole completely different business, if you think about it.
Yeah.
Right. We're bringing, it's just mind-boggling sometimes. But what's important is that, you know, we do take whatever feedback and to heart, and we do everything we can possibly do so that next year we make it better. Because again, truly, this is for everyone. The reason why we're doing this is for the pool pros and for the industry, right? So if we're not listening to the industry and doing, you know, putting into effect the things that they've asked for, and we've done it year after year after year after year, we wouldn't be growing and getting better. So we welcome that, because you know, we want to make it the best it can possibly be. So next year we will have another camera. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So it was fun. By the way, I said that I was going to shoot a whole bunch of extra video content. I just didn't get a chance. It was so crazy, but it was a great time. So
thanks, brother.
David, I appreciate that. Appreciate your support, man. This is what it's all about. And let me tell you, I left so fired up because there was a lot of the pool pros that came to me. And it's funny because that night I had 2 pool pros talk about it, and they kind of came and they said, you know, we're trying to make the industry better. Alicia's on here. Hi, Alicia. Which Alicia came all the way out.
Hey, Alicia.
Thank you for coming out. And by the way, I did get the 3 video clips. And here's what we're gonna do, Alicia. I am actually gonna put those. So this year at the awards, what we're gonna do is once we finish and we close and we get ready to go to the after party, on the screen, normally you have credits and all that kind of stuff. We're going to put some little video montage up there, John, little video clips that we'll be able to play. And Alicia, they're so awesome that they're going on there. So
Dude,
I appreciate
amazing.
that. Yeah. Yep. So, and she's such a natural, you know, she's so natural at it that it's just absolutely awesome. So, but great stuff out there. Alicia, thank you for coming on and for always supporting us. We love you, girl.
Yep.
So anyways, John, let's
take a break.
Yeah, you know what? So here's what we want to do. We didn't even get into today. We didn't even get into the housekeeping notes, and we have to do them. So let's do this. Let's take a quick word from our sponsors. When we come back, let's jump in, get into the housekeeping notes. 40 minutes into the podcast.
Yeah.
And and then what we'll do is we'll actually talk about the nominations and everybody that's been nominated. So everybody,
love you too, Alicia.
Yes. So everybody that's watching live, stick around. We will be right back.
The Hyper Pole from Ultimate Pool Tools is a pool care pole designed by pool professionals for pool professionals, featuring precision-crafted carbon fiber and stainless steel construction. Go to ultimatepooltools.com or Instagram at Ultimate Pool Tools. Pool pros have specific needs when it comes to general liability insurance. The SPPA program has you covered. With 3 tailored and customizable general liability options, SPPA makes it easy for pool pros to feel secure. Find out more and get covered at thesppa.com. Now available, Pool Invoice. Pool Invoice is a pool billing software created specifically for the pool service and repair industry. It's developed for our industry and only our industry. Pool Invoice is built with recurring billing in mind. You can print, email, text invoices, or even send via WhatsApp. You can add recurring or yearly charges, accept credits, and set up autopay. You can even see when customers have seen the invoice. It even has a customer portal where they can log in and see, print, and pay invoices. It has all your customers' information on one page, so you don't need to search through hundreds of invoices looking for the one you need. Just go to the customer profile and it's all at your fingertips. Created specifically for the pool industry, Pool Invoice. Now available at poolinvoice.com. Blu-ray XL is the power of minerals working for you. Reduce your overall chemical costs and labor up to 50% guaranteed. Whether you have 20 accounts or 20,000, Blu-ray XL's direct pricing and free shipping to the pool trade have you covered. Improving pool professionals' profit and work-life balance is what they do. Blu-ray XL, the real mineral purifier. Visit them at BluRayXL.com.
Blu-ray all day. Aquastar's new pipeline cartridge filters, available in 2 sizes, deliver top-notch hydraulic efficiency along with best-in-class filtration performance, approaching that of DE filters. Uniquely designed, open pleat spacing means 100% of the media square footage is usable. And these claims are backed by NSF test results. Designed with the pro's time and comfort in mind, the patented double locking system improves safety and ease of access, making filter cleaners faster than ever before. Available now. Ask your supplier for pipeline filters today.
Natural Chemistry, a leader in specialty water care solutions for over 30 years, is proud to provide products that make pool service easier than ever before. Its unique enzyme formulations in Pro Series Pro Blend improve efficiency of your pool program while reducing frequency of filter cleaning and scum lines. Natural Chemistry is also well known for its wide variety of phosphate removal solutions that include a non-clouding formula in Phos-Free and extremely high range removal with Pro Series Phos Remove or Phos Free Max. Save time, save money, save work with Pro Series products. Stop sacrificing durability or efficiency with the help of Raypak's new Avia HD models that utilize NITEC, their exclusive industry-first technology. NITEC heat exchanger technology is Raypak's latest solution to superior strength and maximum efficiency when it comes to residential pool heating. With 900% more nickel compared to copper nickel in critical surfaces, NITEC creates an ideal surface to protect against scale formation and erosion without compromising on Avia's 84% thermal efficiency. Learn more at raypak.com/NITEC. The next evolution in lighting is here. Universal Color Logic 2.0 from Hayward. The latest in pool and spa lighting was designed with you in mind, making installation a breeze. Upgrades include a detachable cord and first-of-a-kind adjustable lower catch to overcome variations in plaster thickness. As always, Universal Color Logic lights retrofit into virtually any in-ground pool or spa while delivering industry-leading, vibrant color. Visit Hayward.com to discover more.
Welcome back, everybody, to the Pool Nation Live podcast. We are here with Mr. JJ Flawless, the man himself. John, I got to tell you, somebody just messaged me really quick, but before I do that, I want to give a big shout out to Deborah Martin, which is on live. Congratulations on your nomination for 30 Under 40 Female of the Year. Big shout out to you. I would start pressing buttons here. I don't remember which one my clap is. Do you think I'll get it right off of the first shot, John?
No.
Or no, I'll mess it up. Let's see if it's true. Oh, yeah. She just gets a long ovation.
That was loud.
That's a big shout out to you, Deb, out there. And by the way, John, I did get Todd from Todd Pool Services. He moved out to Arizona. He sold his company out in California, moved out to Arizona, and he's having a couple issues with some pools. So he messaged me and he goes, "Hey, can you have John call me?" I go, "Absolutely. I'll get you to kind of connect." So anyways, so we are back. Zach is out hunting today. We kind of figured out, we knew all along that he was hunting.
Remember Naked and Afraid season 2?
Season 2.
Idaho edition.
Poor Zach. Anyways, Mr. Flawless, let's get through some housekeeping notes. Yeah. We got to do this like 43 minutes into the podcast. But hey, let's see here. Miss John on Friday is what Mr. Brakefield is saying. Absolutely. Jay, thanks for coming up. And by the way, you absolutely killed it. The amount of focus and the speech that you did. Just, you were prepared. You were ready. It was awesome. So I appreciate it.
Likewise, it was very heartfelt, my friend. That was the first thing I told Edgar when we recapped afterwards. So thank you for coming up and doing that.
Definitely. So anyways, the Pool Nation conference is going to be November 9th, 10th, and 11th.
What's that?
Bookings are starting to kind of come in, John. Believe it or not.
What's that?
Really so, which is funny because we were laughing about it, right? Because somebody called the other day and they were like, "Is it in Dallas? And what are you guys doing?" It's like, oh my God,
I don't even, dude. I want to throw my head into a wall because I think I almost feel like we're talking about it too much, but obviously we're not.
They block it out. Maybe it's the parent-kid syndrome where they're yelling and you just tune it out. When we say housekeeping notes, they just tune it out.
Probably, or they fast forward it, right? So
maybe
true. and they just get to the good stuff, or they don't want to hear you yap for the first 10 minutes talking about, housekeeping. Maybe that's what they do.
So maybe it's good that it's 40 minutes in today.
Yeah, maybe, or we could start sprinkling it in halfway through, or we're in mid thought going over something or answering a question, and then we break real quick, and then we say Pool Nation Conference, Dallas, right?
Pool Nation Conference.
Yeah,
like you
9th,
pause,
10th, 11th.
You pause, and I go 9th, 10th, and 11th.
Yes.
So anyway, so we are doing the first ever Pool Nation Conference. We have 4 technical sessions that we're going to be doing. We're going to be doing technical hands-on business and the BioLab retail track, which is on there. So anyways, where our education is going to be a little bit different is instead of you having a map with 50 different classes, we created a curriculum, and every single class is going to build on top of every class. And it's meant that way to not have to cram, what you're supposed to be expected to learn in water chemistry in 90 minutes what you're supposed to learn in your lifetime to learn it in 90 minutes. We're really kind of break things down. Every class will build on top of everything. And it's going to be like that for everything, for the technical, for the hands-on. The business is the same thing. The business, the first day we focus on the employee life cycle, right? From the hiring, from the building the team to the hiring, to the coaching, to, all the way to the termination cycle of that employee. And then day 2, we focus on the business side. So we focus on, building your brand. We focus on the marketing, the branding, we focus on the financials, and then we finish with exit strategy, right? We don't talk about it a lot, but at the end of the day, you might not be able to, do pools anymore because we get old or whatever it is. But how do you set your company up to be able to get the most dollar out of it when you retire? So we'll be doing that on the 11th from 3:30 to about 8. We are going to be doing a Heritage Pool Pro Appreciation event, and this is going to be a little bit different. It's really starting to take some shape, John. It's going to be awesome. It's John's Disneyland, and what we're going to do is there's 2 things that we're doing. We're having a kind of a hands-on approach. So we are going to have some vendors there, but everybody is going to have equipment that you're going to be able to play with, tear apart, put back together, program, do all that stuff. And then we're introducing the Apple Bar concept, right? And that is the business concept. There's going to be a section with about 16 different stations. And what's going to happen is there's going to be experts in there. So if you want to talk about scaling, there's going to be companies that have over 1,000 pools on service. You want to talk about HR, you want to talk about training, you want to talk about branding, whatever business questions you have, you're going to be able to take there. And we're really setting it up so that it's kind of like a bar. There's these 18 different stations. There's going to be chairs. You can roll up, you can sit, and you can talk to those people, get feedback, create relationships. Maybe you'll end up leaving with some mentors, right? So we wanted to try something different, and Heritage came to us and said, we absolutely, want to do this with you guys. Can we, create this event? And of course, that's typical fashion, right, John? We can't say no. So it's like, let's roll. The other thing I want to talk about is the Pool Nation Awards are the night of the 13th. Voting is open. It's going to be open until October 30th. We stretched it out 1 week this year. So make sure that you get out there and vote. Don't leave it for the last minute. There's a lot of people that always leave it for the last 2 or 3 days to be able to get out there and vote. Get out there, vote. There's a lot of nominees out there. And then the other thing that I want to talk about for the gentlemen is that this year we partnered with the Men's Warehouse. So there is a $60 discount on rental of tuxedos through the Men's Warehouse. And the beauty of it is, Zach, John, and I learned the hard way, right? But what we figured out is if you go to your local Men's Warehouse and you rent a tuxedo, they'll measure you there, they'll do all that. And then what they do is they ship it to the closest Men's Warehouse to where we're going to have the event. So you don't have to travel with a tuxedo. You don't have to do anything. You just go 2 days before, you fly in, you go to the closest Men's Warehouse, you pick up your tuxedo, you use it, and then you bring it back. Boom, you're done. You're not having to travel with it. You're not having to do any of that. And the beauty of it is you get $60 off of a rental. And then I think there's a coupon in there for a $50 off purchase. So definitely go to our website, poolnation.com. You'll see the spotlights and insights. It'll be on there for the next couple of issues that are coming out. Get the code. Get the tuxedo rental.
Yeah. And look, and to add, I think for the majority people, the first year we had a little some people were a little like, huh? Second year, like, third year, like, okay, we get it. We love it and we enjoy it. Hopefully this year, everybody completely understands that this is a gala event. This is a black tie event. I know there's a lot of new eyes, and we're going to have some more people join us this year because we've, again, as part of feedback, is increasing the capacity. Every year we've sold out. Well, this year we're going a little bit bigger, and we're allowing a lot more people to attend the awards. So there's going to be some new faces there. For those of you that are attending for the first time, please remember that this is a black tie event. So dress to impress, tuxedo suits, evening gowns for the ladies, princess dresses, for some of them that like to do that. But if you are not dressed accordingly, you will not be allowed to enter the event. So we just want to throw it out there so everybody knows and understands. And if you have any questions about what you're looking to wear there, reach out to us, and we will let you know. But take advantage of this. The Men's Warehouse, the discount's kind of cool that we teamed up with them so that everybody can get a little bit off when they get their tuxedo.
Absolutely. So kind of fun stuff. And then the last thing that I want to talk about is the after party. So HASA has sponsored year 2, which I don't know how they're going to keep topping the previous year, John, but we talked about it because I joked with Terry. I'm like, I don't know how you guys are going to, take it up a notch. And Terry just kind of came to me and looked at me and was like, hold my beer. I got this, And so it's going to be at the historic Union train station in downtown Dallas. So it's walking to the Omni Hotel. And you kind of go up these escalators, just like it was back in the old time for the train station. And you go in, and there's just this absolutely amazing time. Let's see here. Rob Stewart. Damn, I tuned in at the wrong time. LOL. Never impressed when I dress. I appreciate the nomination, of course. Looking forward to seeing you in Dallas. Absolutely, Rob. We're looking forward to seeing you there. So big shout out to you out there. So it's going to be at the Union Station, John, when you kind of make that right and go into this ballroom, which it's turned into a ballroom, but it used to be the big counter area for where people used to buy tickets and all that kind of stuff. And there's these big, huge glass windows that lead to an outside kind of patio area. And when you walk onto that patio, you're basically in the middle of downtown. And so, in talking to HASA and Terry and Laura and everybody from there, and Catherine, which have been absolutely amazing, they were like, man, we really we want to do a 20s, 30s Gatsby jazz style theme to it. And we're like, let's do it. So we have a jazz band that's going to be coming. And then there's a small room over to the right-hand side. And we were like, man, what can we do there? And they're like, what we should do is we should do a cigar room and have people hand rolling cigars, and people can kind of come into the room and get cigars and go outside and smoke and, have this big, obviously there's a big, huge bar into it and stuff like that. So, we're going jazz theme, John.
Let's do it.
So everybody out there that is going to attend, hey, you can change if you want, right? You can go with the tuxedo to over here, and then you can kind of get go into
your cowboy outfit.
An older tuxedo for kind of Gatsby style.
And a zoot suit.
I have a crazy one that I'm going to wear for the after party, John.
I'm sure you do.
One of the 4 that I buy. Good Lord. So anyways, so it's going to be epic out there. It's going to be fun. It's going to be a great time, a night of celebration. So, John, we do what we normally do. We've been talking for 53 minutes, and I think we need to get into these nominations because I'm just fired up.
Yeah, let's fire through them. Let's get them.
Anyway, so let's talk about the first one right here. And the first nominations. Oh, by the way, I do have to say, we are still 2 months out. There's already 123 tickets for the Pool Nation Awards sold.
Well, I
mean, we can only hold about 400 people. So we talk about it, and we talk about it all the time. Get your tickets, get them now. You can go to poolnationawards.com, or if you're registering through the PSP Expo, there's an option to be able to kind of choose it and go from there. But there's the warning on there, because they're going to sell
Yeah,
out. I mean,
yeah,
you're 2
please.
months out and we're already at, so anyways.
Well, we talk about it every year
Yeah.
and we say it every single year. And yet it's heartbreaking because at the end, when we are sold out and people want to go or they didn't know or whatever it may be, it's impossible. I mean, for us to be able to go over capacity, we could only fit as many people in there, you just can't do it.
Yeah.
So if you truly want to go and you're going to attend, do not procrastinate. It will sell out. And you will. And if you've never been to one, I guarantee you will thoroughly enjoy it. It'll be like an experience that you probably haven't experienced before, because not many of us have been in that type of environment. But it is well worth it, and it's a great time. Please don't hesitate. Poolnation.com.
Yep.
That sounds like a commercial right there, right?
Yeah,
Poolnation.com.
So,
Da.
anyways, all right. So let's talk about it, John. Let's jump through some of these categories. We'll get into the people categories here really quick, but obviously we have Heater of the Year. And for Heater of the Year this year, we have Hayward Universal HC Series Heater, Jandy JXI with VersaFlow. We have the Pentair Master Temp, and then we have the reigning champion, Ray Pacavia.
Yep. And then next for Automation of the Year, we have the Hayward Omni Logic, Jandy Aqualink RS, Pentair IntelliCenter, and Poolside Tech, the Attendant, which we're excited to have on there. And that's awesome.
Yes, absolutely. The next one is, you want to take the next one, John?
Yeah, I'll do the next one too.
Go for it.
Pool Cleaner of the Year is the Apier Scuba N1 Pro. Next is the BWT RC60, Dolphin Explorer E70, Hayward TrackVac, Pentair Rebel, Polaris Atlas, Polaris Freedom Plus, and the PowerVac 3600.
Yes. And by the way, this was one of the ones that the pool guys said, because we used to have a suction side pool cleaner,
Yeah.
and the pool pros were like, nope, just open it up. And
Generic.
it was actually interesting to see how many other different, like you have the PowerVac.
Yeah.
Right. Which is battery.
Which is what we use to clean pools, but not really pool to clean. But hey, that was cool.
And then you have the suction side, and then you have
you have pressure sides and robots and stuff.
Yeah,
and,
you got all kinds of stuff.
That's us learning because we're out here where we're at, we're all suction side. Where you were at in Orange County area, right? You were suction side too. We didn't know pressure side cleaners. Robots weren't really, that predominant in our markets. So again, we've taken the feedback and going, oh, let's just open it up to full cleaners, and here we are.
Yeah,
so I think it's a cool category.
I was actually surprised. I to be honest with you, I thought it was going to stick within that realm, and there's just such a variety. So excited about it. The next one is Variable Speed Pump of the Year, and you have the Aquastar Pipeline Pump, Hayward TriStar VS, the Jandy VS Flow Pro, Pentair IntelliFlow 3, and the Waterway Power Defender.
And next we have Heat Pump of the Year, which is our nominees are Aqua Comfort Heat Cool, Crosswind V, Gulfstream HE, Hayward Heat Pro, Jandy VersaTemp Heat Chill Pump, Pentair Ultra Temp, and AquaCal Heat Wave. And then the next category is Best Filter of the Year, Aquastar Pipeline Filter, Reigning Champ, Hayward Swim Clear, Jandy DEV Filter. This is cool to see. The Pentair Full Flow XF, their new filter.
Their new one.
And then the Waterway Crystal Water Filter.
And then after that, we have the Innovative Product of the Year, which is the Beta SE Plus Pool Skimmer. We have Ultimate Pool Tools, the Hyper Valve, and Poolside Tech, the Attendant. And then for the next one, we have Distributor of the Year, and that is Heritage Pool Supply, Horner Express, SCP, and PWP.
And then next category is Salt System of the Year, Autopilot ChlorSync, Hayward Aquarite S3 Salt System, Jandy TrueClear, Pentair IntelliChlor, and the Resilience E-Series.
And then we start to get into the people categories here, John.
Yeah.
Drum roll, right? That one I'll screw up because I don't know which one it is on the pad over here. So anyways, Trainer of the Year, Brad Duncan with Raypack. We have Eric Knight with Hassa. Ken Kaufman with Raypack. We have Lauren Broom, Space Coast Pool School. Thank you. Rob Stewart, which is actually tuning in line all the way out from Ottawa, baby. And then we have Terry Arco and Ronnie James.
And then for Builder of the Year, we have Anthony and Sylvan Pools, Claffy Pools, Endless Summer Pools, Gold Medal Pools, Living Stone Pools, Master Touch Pools, Oasis Pools, OC Poolscapes, Southern Wind Pools, Lucas Lagoons, and NV Pools, Arizona. I don't think I've ever said so many S's in consecutively.
You should have had a lisp.
Yeah. And then let me do Retailer of the Year as well.
You got it.
We have for Retailer of the Year, Central Iowa Pool and Spa in Des Moines, Iowa. We have Griffin Pool and Spa in Lexington, Kentucky. We have Taylor Pools in Waycross, Georgia. The Pool Doctor of Rhode Island in Coventry, Rhode Island. The Pool Place, West Monroe, Louisiana. And then Townley Pool and Spa, Little Rock, Arkansas.
The next one is Sales Rep Group of the Year, which this was another new categories that the Pool Pros brought to us and said that they wanted to have. And for those, we have Alpha West Marketing Group, Blake Sales Associates, Devin Kahn, Malarkey Associates, Performance Link Rep Group, The Grit Game, Thornburg Enterprises, Weck and Associates.
And then for 30 under 40 female, for those of you who've been to our awards, you know that we team up with the Pool Pro Mag. And the nominees are Deborah Martin, Mackenzie Kinder, Molly Snyder, and Nicole Geisberger. And
the 30 under 40 male of the year, you want to do those too since you did that?
Yeah.
Go for it. Go for it.
So the 30 under 40 male is going to be Aiden Dunn, Jack Sperones, James Broderick, and Nick Lapointe. Lapointe.
The Sales Rep Group of the Year, AJ Grucky, Andrew Ragland, Mr. Brian Cresson, Carlene Vibit. How do you say that? Vibach. Danielle Nicholas, Johnny Davis, Matt Greenfell, Russ Kennedy, Sean Linderman, Tyler Toth, and Brian Sadler.
And then for Best Truck Wrap this year, we have Panther City Pools, Pool Guardians, Pool Tile Rescue, Sea Dog Pools, and Superior Pool Solutions. And then for the Women's Trailblazer, do you want to do that one or?
I'm getting over here. It's VBAC for that. I appreciate that. You know what? Let me fix that. Let me fix that here so that I can, the pronunciation. All right. I'll let you take it, John.
So for Women's Trailblazer of the Year, we have Akshaya Sekhar. We have Bonnie Chong. We have Crystal Langua Roel, Elizabeth McMurray, Gina Harris, our friend Jamie Novak, our friend Lacey Davis, Natalie Portillo, and our friend Sabina Hickman. Congratulations. Oh, I'm sorry.
You got three more.
Yep. Oh, a couple more. We have Shelly Morris as well. We have Stephanie Gardner and Taryn Springsteen.
And by the way, Stephanie Gardner is on here. Congratulations on your nomination there. And Deb Martin, congratulations as well. Then we moved into Pool Company of the Year, 250 pools or less. We have Big Family Pools, Blue Oasis Pool Care, Family Pool 360, First Response Pools, Good Times Pool and Spa, Logan's Pool Service, Pool Guardians, and Preserve Pools. And John, I'll take Pool Guy and you close with Pool Girl of the Year.
Let's do it.
All right. Pool Guy of the Year. Excited about this one here. You've got Alex Moran, Benny Romero, Brian Gallick, Danielle Sarda, Francisco Mascorro, Jay Lardy, Joel Forster, Jordan Orr, Michael Kraus, Miguel Cabello, Omar Falcon, and Ray Da Rosa. Congratulations to all you guys.
And then for Pool Girl of the Year, we have Alicia Rowe. We have
because of Alicia, it made you stop and think, didn't it?
Yes. Yeah. That's exactly why. I'm like, oh my God.
It happens to me every time. I'm like, is it Alyssa or Alicia on this one?
Yeah.
So Alicia, I just want you to know that that's the damage that you've done to our brain.
Yeah.
That now we see it and we got to stop, think about you, and then go in there.
Next is Deidre Bedford, Devin Spacey, Jennifer Melee, Kristen Mello, Lauren Vance, Lindy Sharp, Maria Castellanos, Megan Hightower-Knorr, Sabrina Salem, and Sarah Barrow.
Absolutely. Congratulations. Lindy Sharp is on here on the live as well. Congratulations to you for the nomination of Pool Girl of the Year. We are really kind of excited about all these different nominations. John, we are going to be doing some podcasts this year on some of the nominees for pool guys, for pool girls, the 30 under 40. I think what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to do a couple special episodes.
Oh yeah, I can't wait.
In the past, we've been able to do one, and we had, I don't know, like 6 or 7 on. Some of them couldn't make it, but we got to figure this all out because we have to do a couple of episodes. So what are you thinking that we do some kind of during the week at night? Because obviously we can't do them Friday at 11 because a lot of these people are working.
No, I think we're going to definitely have to do quite a few of them, probably 2 or 3 at least.
And break them down, right? To put them out as special episodes.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, because it's amazing because some of these people I'm going to meet for the first time, right?
Yeah.
Or at least have a good in-depth conversation with them. And it's fascinating to hear their stories and how they got to where they're at. And, all of them, I'm sure, are very inspiring on one way or the other to each and every one of our listeners. Right. And so we want to get the story out there and get to meet each and every person and all our listeners to be able to get to know all these nominees because they're all amazing. And congratulations to each and every one of you. I'm looking forward to seeing, speaking, and having you on the podcast. Hopefully, if you guys can make it.
Absolutely. And this year we are partnering with the Pool Pro magazine. So we'll be doing on like we did last year on one of them. We did, I don't remember. I think we did the pool guys on the Instagram, the 30 under 40 male on the Instagram, and on the podcast, we did the women. So we're going to do that same thing. We've already got some dates picked out. So if you were nominated for 30 under 40, reach out to Megan. She's got all the details. We'll be able to do that. And then we'll be reaching out to some of these nominees so we can kind of get out there and get some of you guys on the podcast and kind of hear your stories. So,
yeah.
Anyways, Mr. Flawless.
That was good.
Let's do this. Let's take our final word from our sponsors. When we come back, I want to get your final thoughts. We'll be right back.
The Hyper Pole from Ultimate Pool Tools is a pool care pole designed by pool professionals for pool professionals, featuring precision-crafted carbon fiber and stainless steel construction. Go to ultimatepooltools.com or Instagram at Ultimate Pool Tools. Pool pros have specific needs when it comes to general liability insurance. The SPPA program has you covered. With 3 tailored and customizable general liability options, SPPA makes it easy for pool pros to feel secure. Find out more and get covered at thesppa.com. Now available, Pool Invoice. Pool Invoice is a pool billing software created specifically for the pool service and repair industry. It's developed for our industry and only our industry. Pool Invoice is built with recurring billing in mind. You can print, email, text invoices, or even send via WhatsApp. You can add recurring or yearly charges, accept credits, and set up autopay. You can even see when customers have seen the invoice. It even has a customer portal where they can log in and see, print, and pay invoices. It has all your customers' information on one page, so you don't need to search through hundreds of invoices looking for the one you need. Just go to the customer profile and it's all at your fingertips. Created specifically for the pool industry, Pool Invoice. Now available at poolinvoice.com. Blu-ray XL is the power of minerals working for you. Reduce your overall chemical costs and labor up to 50% guaranteed. Whether you have 20 accounts or 20,000, Blu-ray XL's direct pricing and free shipping to the pool trade have you covered. Improving pool professionals' profit and work-life balance is what they do. Blu-ray XL, the real mineral purifier. Visit them at BluRayXL.com.
Blu-ray all day.
Aquastar's new pipeline cartridge filters, available in 2 sizes, deliver top-notch hydraulic efficiency along with best-in-class filtration performance, approaching that of DE filters. Uniquely designed, open pleat spacing means 100% of the media square footage is usable. And these claims are backed by NSF test results. Designed with the pro's time and comfort in mind, the patented double locking system improves safety and ease of access, making filter cleaners faster than ever before. Available now. Ask your supplier for pipeline filters today.
Natural Chemistry, a leader in specialty water care solutions for over 30 years, is proud to provide products that make pool service easier than ever before. Its unique enzyme formulations in Pro Series Pro Blend improve efficiency of your pool program while reducing frequency of filter cleaning and scum lines. Natural Chemistry is also well known for its wide variety of phosphate removal solutions that include a non-clouding formula in Phos-Free and extremely high-range removal with Pro Series Phos Remove or Phos-Free Max. Save time, save money, save work with Pro Series products. Stop sacrificing durability or efficiency with the help of Raypak's new Avia HD models that utilize NITEC, their exclusive industry-first technology. NITEC heat exchanger technology is Raypak's latest solution to superior strength and maximum efficiency when it comes to residential pool heating. With 900% more nickel compared to copper nickel in critical surfaces, NITEC creates an ideal surface to protect against scale formation and erosion without compromising on Avia's 84% thermal efficiency. Learn more at raypak.com/NITEC. The next evolution in lighting is here. Universal Color Logic 2.0 from Hayward. The latest in pool and spa lighting was designed with you in mind, making installation a breeze. Upgrades include a detachable cord and first-of-a-kind adjustable lower catch to overcome variations in plaster thickness. As always, Universal Color Logic lights retrofit into virtually any in-ground pool or spa while delivering industry-leading, vibrant color. Visit Hayward.com to discover more.
Welcome back, everybody, to the Pool Nation Live podcast. It's Edgar, it's John, the fastest knitter in the West with the T-Rex arms. Now would be the time to go in competition and beat him and take that title away from him.
Right.
Mr. T-Rex. Hey, you got a T-Rex truck, right? That's what they call it. So now we're going to call you T-Rex.
Oh yeah. Yeah. I'm in pain for sure.
Yeah, yep. So, hey, Rob Stewart was saying, again, please, tickets at poolnation.com for the awards. You're going to want to go to poolnationawards.com. You still can get through it through Pool Nation, but just go to poolnationawards.com. You'll see, if you go to Pool Nation, you'll see a big button there for the awards. If you click on it, it'll take you to the awards, and there's a big button that says buy tickets. You could do it through there. Anyways, big, huge congratulations once again to all the nominees out there that got nominated. We'll be reaching out to a lot of you and kind of connect out there. So, John, when
Wow.
Okay. Time for confession. Wait, I only have like 6 minutes because I have to jump off. But you know what? No, we don't have time.
Yeah.
We don't have that.
Corey.
Corey, do not think that some competitions have not been on the docket of discussions, because they have.
Yes.
We were going to try to do something this year.
We
couldn't take on too much. So
that's funny. That's too funny.
So, John, final thoughts.
Yeah, real quick. Again, I just want to say a big congratulations to each and every one of the nominees. You guys are winners already. And I went into it a little bit earlier. I'm looking forward to this year's event. These awards are going to be off the chart. It's always a fun time. What I am interested in seeing is the amount of participation we have this year, and every year as it keeps growing, the amount of votes that are coming in. And yesterday was like the first day, and everybody was I mean, I was getting messages left and right, and we had a lot of people jumping on there doing their voting, and so much. I think our server crashed for a second, it was pretty. It was pretty awesome, and I'm looking forward to seeing how many votes come in, and I have no idea who's gonna win, but it's gonna be fun to find the to announce the winner. So big thank you to everybody. Make sure you go to poolnation.com. Go to get all the info about us. Our Pool Nation conference, I'm going to throw that out there again, is going to be in November 9th, 10th, and 11th. Make sure you guys do not miss that. 400. We're going to be looking to have about 400 pool pros there. And don't take for granted or think that because there's going to be 400 spots open that you're going to be able to get a ticket and it won't sell out. It's going to be broken down individually. We didn't talk about this, but for the technical, the hands-on business and retail, we're only going to be able to hold so many, and we're anywhere from 90 to about 120 per category. So if you are interested in attending, make sure you secure your tickets ASAP because they will sell out fast. So looking forward to next Wednesday.
Yeah, absolutely. And the other thing that I want to talk about, Stephanie is asking, how can she vote? Go to poolnationawards.com. In order for you to vote, there's a couple of things that you need to do. You need to register. If you registered last year, you could just log in. If you forgot your password, just hit reset password. It'll send you a link. You can reset your password and you can log in. You do have to register to vote, and you do have to confirm your email so that obviously we know that the votes that are coming in are legit. And then from there, what will happen is you'll go into the page, you'll go into the categories, and you'll be able to place your votes right there. So anyways, big congratulations. Yep. Go ahead.
I was just going to say that's how bad we are, right? Look, we're talking about this nominees vote, and then we don't even talk about how to vote, right? Yes. So
we got to get better.
What we should do is probably, or what Edgar should do, is create a video on Instagram on what you need to do to go vote, right? And just like a real quick snippet, and then we should post it online so everybody has it and go, this is how you vote. We had a lot of questions come in. We want people to know how to go in and vote. This is how you go and vote, and give them instruction that way.
Absolutely. So I'll create a little video after the podcast, and I'll post a little thing on there how to
vote,
be able to vote. So anyways, John, excited for next Wednesday on our Instagram live. It was really weird doing the Instagram live and not being able to kind of communicate with people. It was very difficult to sit there and watch. And I was watching on my own personal account, and I was kind of commenting, and people were probably going, who the hell's this guy saying congratulations and you're welcome and doing the fist emoji, So anyways, but big shout out. Hope everybody has a great weekend, and we'll catch you guys next week. Have a great one. Bye, guys.
Thanks for listening to the Pool Nation podcast, a member of the Pool Nation family. You can listen to us live every Friday here at 9 a.m. Pacific, 11 a.m. Central, and 12 noon Eastern Standard Time. You can find us at Pool Nation or poolnationpodcast.com, on Facebook, or on Instagram at pool.nation. And to find more info about Pool Invoice, the billing software built specifically for the pool industry, go to poolinvoice.com. Before you go, this is what the pool industry has been waiting for. Poolmanuniversity.com. It's the first platform dedicated to learning the swimming pool service and repair industry, a pool service community where you can connect and find videos on business, service, water chemistry, and repairs. See you there at poolmanuniversity.com.